Hey, John and Julius. This is really for Julius, but John will be viewing this as well. Hey, good job so far, guys. It was a slow going at the beginning, but it's really starting to look like something fantastic. John's idea to put this in the middle, kind of like Zillow, really worked out well. Love that. And I know these should go to a sandwich bar on mobile, so we still have the three buttons for mobile, whether it optimizes up and down or left and right. Doesn't matter, just as long as we can catch the main audience. So a couple things before I get to the end about some things, but the buyers, agents, financing. If you see here, the financing has traditional and non-traditional. So you can actually copy everything from buyers right now, and we'll update it, modify it, but just so you can go grab some content and videos and pull them over. There are some personal videos that we will update, but there are some whiteboard videos, Julius, that we will not, because it already says what it needs to say. But on the financing tab, there's traditional, non-traditional. You will not have content for traditional. We'll need to come up with that for you. But non-traditional is everything over in financing tab at American Dream Investors that you can pull up now. So see buyers, there's three tabs here. There's an application, so we want that to be the G form, which is also connected to the enrollment form, connected to the login. So, you know, that customer creates a profile and a login. Just the same thing as agent's profile creates a login for the agent, which would be tied to this here, okay? So G form connected to a universal login form for each person. And then sellers the same way. Property, you see on market, off market. On market is just an IDX feed. We want the standard, if you will. Off market, we wanted to see what you guys could create, and that would be great. What we'd like to see is the, let's say for instance, if a realtor wanted to submit a property, and you can go pull this content. A lot of the numbers are good. A lot of the written stuff is good. That thumbnail is pretty horrible, but that video is quality. So if you guys could professionally fix that thumbnail, it'd be nice. You could even, any home, anywhere, you know, some sort of synonymous message from that homepage. There's a moving truck and a guy, and then there's, you know, three ideas there. So maybe something like that, but you know, just food for thought. Submitting your buyers to the agent, they actually have to fill in some customer data, but we want them to fill out their profile and get notified of everything. You see the MLS listing number. This is a third-party form, a third-party type CRM. We just want G form to be able to handle that, and then we'll port it to a database of some type. Maybe you guys have a little something on the back end for that. But the listing, MLS listing, if they write it in, it should populate the data of the property, right? Instead of making that agent have to fill all that out. Of course, we know when we're doing a off-market property that we're going to have to manually do that, but we want the fields to be similar. So sellers, financing, everything's non-traditional that you'll pull, agents, buyers, excuse me, I had to sneeze. Apologize. Investing is all there. Fix and flip is probably going to need a little bit more because it's kind of tied into the agents now and the investor. So these two will be some of this broken out. The only thing is we just don't want to lose some of the quality videos that are there. This has a horrible thumbnail, but this is a 2-minute 45-second quality whiteboard video. Agents love us, I think. Great content. You can take some of that so we can keep some synonymy. But this video is 2-minute 45 seconds or so, something like that. And it's another whiteboard video that does really good at explaining the whole you know, basket, if you will. These icons with these one-line descriptions, interlinking is great. Some of these photos are fine. We might do some new ones. You see the Learn More button here. That's for the realtor. And it goes to that big video again. So some of them are you know, interconnected. Just like if I click agents here would be the same as there. Buyers would be there. This is for the mobile and the capture of the initial type business that we do, but we also offer several of the other things here. Okay, looks great. Content wise, whether you're a home buyer or seller, comma, so it really should be, you know, so syntax, right? Comma, seller, comma, agent, comma, loan officer, comma, and investor or fix and flip rehabber, right? One of the thought processes, if you could funnel your content down to, the form capture, right? So if somehow we can make it wider at the top, slightly smaller at the bottom, because it gives us that trajectory as we scroll. Sometimes on mobile it doesn't work, but on desktop for sure. But it says here we have created a comprehensive private finance program that supports your personal objectives and goals. So in this case, each of these individuals personally and even a home buyer, right? So personal and business objectives. I don't know. So if I'm personal, I find that wrong, and if I'm business, I kind of find personal wrong. But right at this point, it really answers most of the audience. Might challenge that. Love that you did for sale and sold. If they could be a scotch bigger, would be cool, just in my mind. But I wanted to read this content with you. It says, looking for your next dream home, you will have access to all of the available on-market inventory for your search desires. Well, that also is going to include off-market as we build that, but that could be changed later. We also have the most comprehensive list of off-market properties for you to look at. Looking for you very own HGTV specially renovated home to your desires. So this should say, looking for your very own HTV, especially renovated home to your desires. Maybe that's supposed to be specifically renovated. I guess that's what that means. Looking for your, that's misspelled, very own HGTV, specifically renovated home to your desires. That's, I think, what it's supposed to say. We can help with that as well. This one here, he's like doing this sell like a boss. Whether you are a traditional seller, home builder, agent, or an investor who flips properties. So it's grammatical. Run it to a team that you got. See if we can get the grammatical right. It says agent or investor who flips properties. We have created a unique listing proposition that sets our boss listing program mountains above the competition. Okay, we get more buyer looking at your home. So more buyers. There's a misspell. Are you concerned whether you are ready to become a homeowner? Are you concerned whether you are ready to become a homeowner but don't want you money to be wasted on the landlord? You mean your money? And this sounds weird at the beginning too. So I should say don't want your money to be wasted on the landlord. Our rent option to buy strategy may be right for you. So those look great. Love all this. It came out really super good. I know in the mobile version that this is gone, but those boxes are still prevalent. These stack vertical in mobile, which is cool. Don't know what other cities does. Does it do anything? Nope. Okay, this would be cool when that goes live. So will this, because he's super active on Facebook. So really looking clean. Love the dynamic rotation here. These pictures really represent the core of people that we help, right? The modern day mixed family, maybe the I-10 worker, right? We're trying to appeal to those kinds of audience, self-employed guys and gals out there, right? So it looks good. Just when I go to buyers, you can see that you have nothing in there, which is cool, because I know that you're waiting. But content-wise, don't make the team wait. You can go to American Dream Investors and pretty much pull those things that are there over, and then we can help formulate them and maybe clean up some of the demographics or diagrams of the language, right? But at least there's something to pull over than starting from scratch. The only place we're going to maybe have to give you from scratch, and we'll get that to you besides some new personal videos, is just a traditional content and this investing in fix and flip to be more separated out of the agent's box like it is currently at American Dream Investors. So any of the whiteboard videos for sure we want to use. All the personal videos you can stick in there, but we can always plug in something later before we click it live as we get some of that produced. We're scheduled to be out of town this week for a day, which will knock us out. We're going to be on the road and then back. But you know, hopefully you guys can get a chance to get busy and pull a lot of this over into these buttons. That way we have something to really play with. You know, get us some clay in there. We'll help you mold it. Anyway, Julius, appreciate your efforts. This really turned out really good. It's looking clean, looking sexy. Clean, sexy websites is what I like. And I see the chat tool is cool, that expands and condenses, and it looks great. Worked really cool on mobile too as I was looking at it. These slide in from left to right vertical on mobile. Looks good. Appreciate the work. Thanks, man.